Okay, we'll take that easy clue. No doubt about that one. So I wasn't originally going to live stream today, but I don't exactly know how much time I have today, so I might have plenty of time to stream. I might not. I don't know. So we'll just stream however long I can be on today. You know what I'm saying? I just figure I might as well since I'm going to be playing the game anyway. So we'll just go ahead and stream it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and finish out our Wilderness Slayer task. We got 5 rogues left. We had like 100 plus at first, but this is where I left off on stream yesterday. Because on stream yesterday or the day before is when we originally got this task. We ended up getting PK'd out here. We didn't lose anything, so I didn't care, but because of that, then that's when we hit our last farming trip. And that's where we got the last Herbalore level. So that's where we left off on stream yesterday. Alright, task complete. I did forget stamina pots this time around, but we have apparently 53 Slayer points. Thought I had more than that, but I guess not. It's totally okay. We'll get through this together. Okay, now he's fine. We did get an easy clue skull as well. I might do that after this. We'll see, man. What do we have to do? Where do I have to go first off? We have to go to the entrance to the fishing guild. Alright. I could do that one quick, probably on stream. As long as we make it back safely, of course. That's pretty much top priority, I guess. Dude's just grinding the Chaos Elemental with the Crossbow, I believe it is. Looks like the web's clear as well. I guess just for the sake of it, we could do the easy clue. We could end up making a few mil if we get a gilded piece. So let's do it. I don't see why not, because I can't get any other ones until we do it. And being an easy clue, it shouldn't take me that long. So we'll just go ahead and do the easy clue score right away. So let's just get our money out, because it could take us pretty much anywhere in the game. What else do I need? A spade. Well, we'll probably need a spade. We'll take a dueling ring just to be safe. By that, I mean in case we have to go to, the dueling arena, of course. So Emerald Ring, Sapphire Amulet, and Bronze Chain Body. Now, of course, I don't have any of those items. I don't know who the heck would. But we have to go to the Fishing Guild. Okay, I should have got my skills necklace. We'll grab it out of the bank really quick. And then we'll head over to the Fishing Guild. Whoops. Alrighty, so first item, Emerald Ring. Damn it. It's not it. Bronze Chain Body. Now I have the Bronze Chain Body is probably going to be the most expensive, right? I don't think it'll sell right away. What did I say? Should have just popped it in for 10k right away. Because that's, I went up like, that was like 100% price increase. What did it sell for? 99 coins. And then we need Sapphire Amulet. Now while I'm up there, I do believe I can build the stash unit, so I'll just go ahead and do that so I don't have to have this stuff for the next time. To build a stash unit, you need a hammer, and then you need your saw. And that's all you need, and then you can build it. So let's go ahead up there. Skills neck. Let's put this stuff on. And Fishing Guild is number 1. Alright. So we do a jig right here, yeah? Alrighty. Now we can build the stash. Oh shit, 2 planks and 2 nails. Alright. 2 planks, and 10 nails. Alright, I'll just go do this now because I don't want to end up dropping these items. Because, you know, it'll save me time in the future. Because it'll just say, like, stash unit there, so. Because next time, if we get an easy clue and we do this, we will end up having to do it all over again. Go into the GE and all that kind of stuff. So let's just take our 2 oak planks, and my steel nails should be, or bronze nails. My nails should be somewhere. Let me find them. I think it said 10. Okay, that's fine. Skills necklace to the fishing guild, and then we can alch this. Alright, let's build this. Oh god, man. Why? We need 2 regular planks, not oak planks. That's BS. We'll come back to this. Remington Mine. Not sure where that is, but I know where Remington is. Oh yeah, okay, I got you. Never mind. It's right up here. I was about to say it's right outside of our house. Alright. Search the wheelbarrow. This clue's gonna be quick. Port Sam Fisher Wardy right there. It's right over, literally right over here. Alright. Search the crate. Perfect. So before I open this though, let's go to the GE so that we can build this stash unit so that this is easier next time around. So let's grab a ring of wealth. I think it's ridiculous that I couldn't use the oak planks. Shit, I misclicked there too, didn't I? Of course we did. While we're here, we can do our tree though. Alright, it's 3k XP. Let's go ahead and go over to this place now. So the regular planks. Now if this doesn't work, I'm gonna be very mad. I mean, not mad, but annoyed. 2 planks. Alright, make sure we have a glory army. And then we need our skills, another skills. Skills neck. And then we'll open the chest. Or the crate, if you will. Casket. There we go. And then we can search the stash and deposit all those in there. Now let's go to Edgeville. And now we can open our easy clue. Alright, at least we don't have to drop anything this time. Next task will give us 101 fire giants. No, that's right. This is the wilderness. I can't be doing those. So we had to skip a fire giant task. We have to do whatever this task is because I have no more points. Ents. Okay, that's doable. It's not really a problem. It's a little bit ridiculous though that I keep getting these bad tasks. Go ahead and do these. Should we go with the white boots this time? Black on white? We could do that. Take a few sharks. Now we'll take monkfish. I don't need sharks. That'll just give a PK or more if he gets us. And I believe that's all we need, right? Stamina pots. A glory. Yeah, glory to tally out. And that's it. Let's go. This task, if we had 75 woodcutting, we could actually make decent money doing it. But because we don't, you know, I didn't bother to... The XP is still semi-good though, and we have a higher chance at emblems because of the combat level. So that's why I just left it as is, and I didn't bother to bring my expeditious bracelets. I'm not going to try and extend this task by any means, but, you know, I'm not going to really try and skip it super quick either. These things do have a somewhat long respawn time though. It's really the only thing I dislike about them. If you have an axe, like I said, then you can cut these. You can cut the ent trunks, and it can give you some semi-decent good GP profits if your level's high enough. Which, you know, if you're 75 wood cutting, then you can then you'll get not always 100. It's not 100%. Oh shit! I forgot a stamina pot. But it's not 100%. But if you're 75 wood cutting or above, then you can unlock magic logs from these guys. So, and they're all noted. That's what makes it a good task. I've heard of some people even doing these off task and actually making decent money, like 500k plus per hour when their woodcutting's high enough. Of course, I can't test that because, well, 58 woodcutting. So here's the only problem that I was saying. They just take a little bit to respawn. But we should get about 4k Slayer XP off of this, so I guess that's not too bad. 25 Slayer points and 4k XP. And you can also safe spot them pretty easily. If you're ranging, that is, but... Seriously? I don't understand, dude, why? I don't understand this game, bro. I don't understand. Just trying to do an easy task. I have no risk. I can't even do anything. What would I risk if I died? 20k. Why? It's so irritating. Let's just hop worlds. Thankfully he splashed on us. Let's go to like a 1500 world, because I feel like if I do, we'll have less of an issue. But I've just had such bad luck in the Worldy Slayer lately, man. Like normally off stream, and I don't think it has anything to do with me streaming, but off stream, usually I don't have any issues. But since I started streaming and all that, it seems to be a bigger problem that people try and PK me. Like I said, I don't care if I die. I literally risk nothing. But if I have my choice, I'd rather not resupply or give anybody that's trying to be a dick and PK us any money. And then they always say stuff like, you know, well, if you're in the wilderness, you should expect to get PK'd. You know, I don't understand that one. I'm clearly not geared up for PvP. I'm clearly just on a task, and I'm clearly not even cutting these things. A simple lookup on the high scores would show somebody that I can't even do that. That I can't even cut these trees, you know what I mean? So there's just no point, unless you're just trying to be a dick, to try and PK somebody like me right now. Simple high scores lookup would show that I'm not able to cut these trees, but it's all good. I'm not mad. Even if I get PK'd, I'm not risking anything. I don't care. It's just little annoyances like that that make these things, these already annoying tasks or assignments, a little bit more annoying. It's pretty much all it is. He splashed, and then he probably could have maybe got us, but I don't know. I didn't even see him. I'm not really paying attention anyway. But he also threw an entangle at us, but he also missed the entangle, or I guess I should say he splashed the entangle. But for tasks like this and in the wilderness, you're generally going to have a better time if you just turn auto retaliate off. That's my recommendation for these things. I did go to Kramja as well, so luckily I had the Games Necklace Chargers. I would have had to Either run a decent time or go to Lumbridge. I think these things can still drop emblems. I read before that they can, even though that they drop the end trunks. They can still drop the emblems, so... They do kind of seem to hit hard, huh? Although to be fair, they're at level 101, so that's kind of to be expected, I guess, right? Alright, we're gonna safe spot him a little bit until our spec recharge. How is he able to fit through there? What the heck? I'm gonna be going through all my monkfish by the end of the task. I'd be skipping these things if they didn't have, if they couldn't drop emblems, or if they didn't have 105 health, because when it comes to Woody Slayer, that's actually a lot. So these things will give you a lot more Slayer XP than most tasks, and we only got assigned like 40, so I was like, I might as well just do it. If I got assigned like 100, I'd probably skip it. Not skip, but I mean Expeditious Bracelet. Alright. How much HP? Okay, 574k XP to 95, huh? I thought I'd be a little bit closer than that, but we got 8.1 mil XP. I'm not even going for hit points XP though, but if you do want 99, I recommend, if you're just trying to, if you have a ton of money and you want 99 hit points, you know, do some chin chomping, do some chins, do some bursting. That's the quickest hit points XP. Really good XP, really, really good. Are these Iron Men, by the way? That's what I thought. What the hell's this guy doing? Yeah, he can't even teleblock, so I don't know what he's trying to do here. I feel like he wants me to attack him, honestly. That's what I feel like he's trying to do. If I didn't have my blowpipe risk, I probably would have attacked him. If I was using a SIBO or something. Just because he's an Iron Man, so then you might have a lot more loot on him. See, he might even be a hardcore. Yeah, he's a hard. Is he an ultimate? No, that was a hardcore Iron Man. Just standing there like that. So yeah, he might have had a decent amount of loot on him. But I'm always skeptical of things like that, especially with a blowpipe and when they just stand there. I got lured once a while back on a similar thing, and I lost like 800k. There was this guy, and I could tell he I didn't have it on video or streaming at the time, but there was this guy, and I'll admit he got me. He was skulled there with a whip, just acting like a broken bot. And every time I would get close to him, he'd walk farther away, but his health was already super low. So I legitimately just one-hit him. You know, he would get close to the dragon. It was like green dragons. He would get close, or like he would get hit. I forget what's near the dragons. The skeletons that are north of the green dragons. You know, there's ones to the south and there's also ones to the north inside of that little area. So he would occasionally walk there as I would get close to show me he was low health and act like he was a broken bot, and he wasn't eating up or teleporting. So, you know, he was waiting for me to attack him and skull on him. And it seemed like a lure, but I just couldn't resist that he could possibly be just a bad player. And that it could be a free free whip, you know. So I had all my good items on at the time. Like I had my blowpipe, I had my I had my Zamrock Chaps, which I don't even have Zammy Chaps anymore, but back then I had Zamrock Chaps, a Blowpipe, and a Rune Full Helmet with black DI'd body. Or no, I think I had the Zamrock top and bottom. I'm almost certain I had the Zammy top and bottom, but just for the sake of it, and just so that everything I'm saying is 100% correct, let's just say I had black DI'd top and Zammy Chaps, Blowpipe, Rune Full Helm, and we'll leave it at that. So basically, you know, I attacked him, so I was skulled up. He didn't attack me back, he had auto retaliate off. But like I said, his health was just so low. And I knew that, and I was 90% sure that it was a lure. And like I said, like it was just, I just couldn't pass up that whip at the time because I really needed the money. And I just kind of was a new member, somewhat. You know, like Zammy Chaps was like 600-700k at the time. I don't know what they are now. Let me take a look what they are now. I might even buy a pair of Zammy Chaps for 280k. I love how those things look. So we'll go ahead and buy a pair of those actually after this. But, you know, I had Zammy Chaps, Blowpipe, and there I am, skulled up in the Wody. And the minute that I finished him, you know, he didn't even have time to run away or attack me on his auto count because I finished him. Like I said, his health was low at 2 hits. You know, I was like 85 range at this point, or at this time. So I was 85 range, hit him twice with the Blowpipe, he went down. And I saw like a white dot log in, but at the time, I never, this was even before I even PK'd ever in my life. So I didn't really even know the wilderness worked, but I just was 100% sure I'd get his whip. You know, at the time, I didn't even think about protect item or anything like that. I just assumed it was like a broken bot. So I finished him. I could have tellied, I think, if I really wanted to, because I did see the white dot, and I could have possibly clicked quick enough to just do that. You know what I mean? And just got that lucky quick panic telly. But I didn't even attempt it because I was like, I just waited him to go down because I thought 100% that I'd get the whip. Not even thinking that even if I did pick the whip up, I would still lose it because I had a Blowpipe that would protect over the whip. So, I mean, there I was. So then the dude ran in with his other account. Or maybe his friend, I don't know. I got telly-blocked instantly. Froze. Well, no, he didn't even telly-block. Well, I think he did telly-block me, but all I remember is I got frozen instantly. And then he just ran in, declaw-specced me twice, and I died. And that was the story of how I got lured the first time. So that's why I'm always skeptical when I see people like that. Especially if they just stand there. Like that dude, so if I didn't have any risk on me, I just don't want to end up risking it if I don't have the supplies. You know what I mean? If I had prayer pots where I could just restore my prayer pretty easily, that's a different story. But, you know, if it's just me out here, a couple monkfish, doing a slayer task, I'm not going to ever skull up on anybody. So, just because I feel like everything's a lore nowadays. You know, people have been PKing now in this game for so many years, and you know what I mean? They know there's people out there that know like every lore trick in the book. So until I learn all of them myself, or I've been PKing for that long, I'm not gonna attack people like that when I have risk on me. I've already gone Blowpipe PKing. Like I've done like 2 trips of risking or PKing with my Blowpipe. You know, people with green dragons and shit like that. But you know, for guys like that, like I said, I'm not gonna bother doing stuff like that. I just feel like everything's a lore these days. And they laugh about it too. If you get lured, then they laugh at you. They don't feel sorry for it at all, man. They're like, haha, look at this idiot, thanks for the free stuff. And you're just left sitting there like, damn, man, I messed up. It was a sad day. Sad day. Not really sad, but you know, it taught me a lesson, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely happy. The other time I got lured, or a potential lure, was some guy with very low stats ran in. He had telly-block. He telly-blocked me. And again, I had my Blowpipe. I didn't have Zammy Chaps at this point though, thankfully, but I did have my Blowpipe, Black DI, pretty much the same setup I have now, except it was accumulator and a Rune Full Helmet. at Green Dragons and maybe like 100 some cannonballs. So this guy had very low stats. I mean, we're talking like base 60s, including defense. So his combat level was up there to attack me at the time when I was around 85 range, 40 defense. So he teleblocked me on his other count, and then he DDS spec'd me with like 55 strength, which did like nothing. And then, you know, I had a feeling that one was a lure, especially when he ran underneath me. So he was underneath me and I right clicked him, and I knew it was a lure, so I hit the lockout button, right clicked him, and then I saw that there was 2 people there, so I instantly logged out. But the names, even when I looked and watched the video back on my recording, the names still on the recording, there was like no difference in the usernames. So I looked at it and I thought maybe it was just a glitch, because sometimes when you right click some people, sometimes it'll show like multiple options that are already there. So I thought it might have been a glitch, and I was like, nah, this is a free PK. So I actually logged out, and I was in the clear, I was safe. So I logged back in, and then I right clicked the guy again and saw there was only 1 guy there that second time. So I thought that it was just that same newbie guy, so I attacked him. Then I was skulled up with my blowpipe, and then it was a different guy. He used ancients, froze me, and I got wrecked. But I never actually lost anything more than 500k in a single item in the wilderness. You know what I mean? Because I'm not that dumb when it comes to that kind of thing. You know, I'm always calm enough that I can remember to protect item. And I always let him kill me before. So like if I have low food, for example, and no prayer pots, and my prayer is getting low, then I just let him kill me. That way I don't have to even risk losing the blowpipe and losing all my prayer points. Whereas if I stayed and fight, it's like maybe you can finish the guy, but then you're really risking your blowpipe because you have no more restores or prayer pots. So those were the 2 times I actually did manage to get lured. And I wouldn't really say it was a lure, it's just my own stupidity. To me, a lure is like you drop your items in the wilderness and then you get PK'd or something like that. To me, that's a lure. So I don't really call those a lure. Or maybe they convinced you to like, hey man, bring all your money into the bank with me, or take all your cash stack with me and meet me at Rev Caves. And somehow they convince you to do it. To me, that's a lure. I just consider what happened to me, I guess, just getting outplayed. That's what I'd call it. I don't really consider them lures. But the only other time I ever died in the wild with a decent or expensive item, this was back on my pure account. I had a occult necklace, right? And I was using an occult necklace on my level 58 pure. What could go wrong in that setting, right? And I was doing level 30 wilderness pking pretty much right here at the Green Dragons. So what could go wrong with that, right? Especially not even having 43 prayer or being able to protect from melee yet. Or without having Dragon Slayer started, so I couldn't even use anti-dragon fire potions or anti-dragon shields at this point. So basically what happened was I was PKing, found a few people. You know, my level 58 pure can use teleblock. I think he's in the level 60 something now, like 61. So I could hit 33s at the time with Flames of Zamrock. So, you know, that's really overpowered when people are like at that combat level, non-pures doing Green Dragons. You know, they're only like 50 health as it is, or 60-ish health as it is. So, you know, we could 2-hit people, you know, so I was just hopping worlds casually. You know, I would always remember to put protect from item on. And long story short, I was hopping worlds. I hit this guy, and the dragon hit me, you know, without any potions, and he pretty much one-hit me. Like, he dragon fired me like a 50 something, or like 40 or whatever it is, whatever. So, you know, I died with my occult necklace, didn't have protect from item on. But the thing about it is that because it was to an NPC, and the guy actually never hit me, then I actually could just run back and pick it up. Let's grab a new task. Spiders. Alright, that's alright. Not a bad task. I mean, it is, but it's pretty easy and low risk. So, you know, because that guy decided to run away instead of hit me. Literally, he didn't even hit me once, and he had range. But because he didn't hit us at all, I was just able to run back and pick up my occult necklace, man. But that was the closest I would ever say I ever officially got to actually losing a decently amount of money in the wild. And then after that, I never went back with my pure with the occult. At least not there, you know. But that was just because I was hopping worlds. So because I was hopping worlds, you know, every time you hop, your prayers turn off. So because of that, it got me screwed. Let me see what I risk if I take the spirit shield. Alright, yeah, I'll just leave this here. And then I guess we'll take the cannon. I don't think I need it, but I feel like it'll help out, so we'll actually take expeditious bracelets on this one as well. Should I? Nah, nah. Well, yeah, let's take the expeditious, but 99 is actually quite a bit. And let's take another 100 cannonballs, maybe 150. And let's head off. I do have a rune defender in the bank, but I'll just leave it like that because I mean I could take the rune defender, but I think the problem with that is that I could be wrong, but I think you need the rune defender. If you already have a dragon defender still, I'm not sure if you can just show it to the girl at the Warriors Guild and whether or not it will show me whether or not I can just go in and get a dragon defender again. I'm not sure how that works. But I don't think I have an adamant defender. Not that it really makes too much of a difference at a place like this. But how many slay points did we have, by the way? 48. Yeah, okay. So by the 50th task, we should be alright. As long as I can... If we get another Ice Warrior or whatever task, I'll just go ahead and do them, I suppose. So let's try and find a spot to set this up. I'm thinking like right here. This should be a decent or an alright spot. So then it should be able to hit all of them. But I don't know, the cannon's really weird sometimes. So let's just go ahead and set it up and stand right here. That way they'll all get hit, and all the ones that do get hit will just come right to us. Perfect. So yeah, it's hitting them all pretty good. Or shall I say pretty decently. Now we can get an emblem on these things for sure. Chances aren't really that high on the spiders, but it is possible. And you can kind of AFK this task if you use a cannon. That's what I always use cannons for, really, is just AFKing Slayer assignments. Because once they lose aggro, and as long as the cannon's still going, they'll still aggro you, so it doesn't make too much of a difference. Is my auto retaliate on? Okay. Had to remember if I turn that on. I don't think it should hit the skeleton either, unless the skeletons wander over here, but that was a problem I had before. Was that the skeletons would always end up coming over here, or my cannon would hit the skeletons from that distance. So we should be alright with that cannon. That might be the best spot for a cannon. You know, I haven't really tested this. Runelight doesn't have any options here, but there's a few people here. I'm not sure if these dudes are going to try and PK us, though. Seems a little bit weird that he's just going back and forth on that. Especially in a 1500 total world, unless he's auto-clicking or botting. It's the only thing I can think of. Let's check his stats really quick. Yeah. Seems to be like he's a PKer, probably. It's probably a PK. Although I don't think he's PKing us now. I'm pretty sure he's auto-clicking that. I've heard of people doing that for agility XP. Although I don't think it's really that good, but it's kind of hard to get PK'd here. I feel like he might try and PK us, and what he's doing is losing aggro by auto-clicking the cave there. That's a possibility. But regardless, either way, we have no risk really, so I don't care. But that could very well be what he's doing. I don't really like it when people are around me like that when I do these tasks. But I'm pretty sure that's all he's doing is just auto-clicking the pipes. I don't really think it's good Slayer XP if you do it like that. I mean, I really don't think it's good at all. But basically, it's not really many people would report somebody for doing auto-clicking there. And I think to get banned for that, you have to report somebody for doing that. And so that's literally probably like 6 XP per click. There are much better places to auto-click agility like that. So I don't really understand why he would be doing it here. But I've actually seen people auto-click agility there before. It's kind of like splashers, really. Like they only, depending on what spell they splash, they can only get up to like 20k XP an hour or 10k XP an hour. And some people do that all the way to 99. So I don't know, maybe that's what he's doing. Just seems a little bit weird though, being 81 agility, that you would still be auto-clicking that. There was also a little bit of delay between his click there, so maybe he's not auto-clicking. I'm not sure. It's really weird either way. But the other place a lot of people seem to auto-click is right there at the bar crawl near, what is it, the Barbarian Outpost. You take the games necklace there. See, my cannon should have hit that guy for sure. Oh. I knew it. That's what I said. I was watching him. I knew it. He had a delay on his clicks. I don't understand this game, bro. Why does people do that? I'm legitimately baffled why somebody would do that. He's just, that's what I said. I could tell. I was like, he's either going to try and PK us, or he's just auto-clicking. So, I don't understand why though, man. Let's check what my risk would have been that time. 80k. Yeah, I don't understand this game at all, dude. Oh my, why, man? Why? Alright, so let's just bank this stuff and go pick up our cannon. Because now if we die with the cannon, or if we pick up the cannon, we'll want to be able to protect from, or use protection prayers. I knew that was what he was doing. He would have got me. I mean, he wouldn't have got me, but I mean, he would have had me fooled that he was not auto-clicking if he didn't miss that click. He did good though, man, but I knew that's what he was doing. I just knew that. I just knew that he was either PK. When I looked him up and saw he had 70 defense, I knew he was basically like a PK build. That's what gave it away. But we're going to protect from item when we run in here, and then we'll hop worlds. It's just so damn annoying, dude. Why do I got to put up with that all the time? Why can't people just leave us alone? I'm trying to gain Slayer points. That's it. He's probably still there because he knows I have to pick up my cannon. But if I can pick this thing up. Alright. Yeah, he's still doing that. He must just be doing that all day, I guess. Wherever he goes. But we'll find a different world now. And hopefully we don't get PK'd this time, or nobody tries to PK us. That's pretty much really the only way to do something like that, is to lose the aggro. And that's pretty much what he's doing. He's just doing that back and forth because he's losing aggro. So that if he does attack somebody in there, then, you know, if their auto retaliates on, he's not going to get PJ'd off by a spider either. So if the auto retaliates off, then he won't get PJ'd. And if the auto retaliate isn't on, then they won't fight back. So it just seems really pointless to PK there, especially if you have stats like this. Like, he would have, like, it's gonna take him so much time, and he's only gonna get 80k GP. I don't understand people like that. It makes me so annoyed, man. I'm just trying to play the game. I don't want to be doing this task. It's not like this is something I really want to do. But like I said, man, he's manually clicking that every single time. That would be such a boring way to play the game, in my opinion. And the only problem is that he's probably going to hop worlds later on, too. Like, I'm guaranteeing you, if he's going to be spending the time to do that, then he's going to be there a while. So we're going to have to, he's probably going to run into us again. But even if he did hit me, I probably would have survived anyway. It's really hard to PK at a place like that unless somebody's AFK. So let's just go to this world. But yeah, unless somebody's actually AFK, it's really, really hard to get PKs at that spot, trust me. Even if you're max stats, like, I mean, all I'd have to do is eat a few sharks. He could spec us out, but literally all you have to do is run a couple squares south and you're clear. Because even if the spiders are non-aggressive, the thugs here still will be aggressive to him if he runs too far, if he runs south. So if you're standing there and you make it to there, you're pretty much safe. So let's reset this shit up. It's so irritating, man. I shouldn't have to worry about. Are you kidding me, bro? There's another guy doing that here. Why? What is the deal today? I'm legitimately confused. I have never seen anybody do that in 2 consecutive worlds. I'm honestly confused right now. And what's my risk again here? Okay. Without the cannon though, because once we set the cannon up, we're fine. But man, we risk like 20k. Yeah, once you set the cannon up, you if you, that's what I said, because you keep 3 items, but once the cannon's set, we're good. But I don't understand it, man. If there's another person here, I might just skip this task. Absolutely ridiculous. There is somebody here. But he's not a PK, so it's fine. I'm so confused. You don't even know. Before today and off this task, I've almost never seen anybody doing that. Legitimately. Almost never. Alright, so now it's our risk. 40k. Alright, perfect. That's what I said. So they'll do that all day to get 40k. I don't understand it. So hopefully we can finish off the task this time, because I really don't want to have to go to the bank again. This guy doesn't even have PK stats, but he could be a scout for his other accounts. You know what I mean? He could be an account to one of the other guys. They could have like 4 different accounts logged into different worlds. And then, you know, just log on then when he sees us here. A lot of the time they'll have multi-level accounts, or an account for every combat level, or close to every combat level. Like, I know this one guy who has like literally 20 different accounts, all based off of pking, and all of them can use teleblock, and they're all really low level combats, so that he can just camp out at the chaos druids to PK. So that's probably what that guy's doing. And then you say like, okay, well, he's not a PK, so we're clear, and then you let your guard down or AFK, and then his main runs in and 2 specs you. It's usually how it goes. I think it's so stupid. I don't understand though why somebody would want to play like that. But I guess congrats for the patience, you know? I mean, that takes a lot of patience. When I was PKing, and that's the thing, like you can literally see sometimes 1 person in 2 hours. If you pick rare spots like this. Like, we just hopped 3 times, and there's nobody else here. Except that other PK, you know what I mean? So, was that guy actually an Iron Man? I don't know anymore. I doubt it, though. He had Iron in his name, but he's most likely not an Iron Man. That's just another little coy to the whole PK thing. You know, he wants you to think he's an Iron Man so that he doesn't PK you. Even though you can PK an Iron Man, there is some people that do that. But man, that's ridiculous. I got PK'd at the bandits last night as well. I was doing a bandit slayer task. And I mean, I literally risked like 10k. And they still ran over just to PK me. And they would just hop on worlds to PK people that are doing bandits. All slayer task only. At the absolute best scenario, like, if you're gonna do that, bandits have a really low drop rate on emblems. Like 1 in like 500 because they're such a low combat level. So it's like, it's just so dumb. If you're gonna PK anywhere, like pick a spot where the emblems are more common, like the black demons to the east. I mean the west. You know what I'm saying, over there? Like, pick a better spot if you're gonna do that at. Like, I'm just so confused why people decide to PK like every possible way. And there was 2 of them. They took so long to PK me at bandits yesterday with 2 of them, and I was only using monkfish. That I literally drank all my potions almost, and it literally ate all my food before the 2 of them could actually PK me. I'm not trying to say they're bad by any means, because a lot of PKing is pure RNG. But, I mean, still, man, like, it's so pointless. So yeah, let's finish out this task. We got 12 left. Shouldn't take much longer at all. And then we'll go ahead and grab a new task. But that's why I say that's why I never recommend anybody takes a cannon or the Slayer helmet anywhere in the wilderness, because I can promise you, it might not happen often. Okay, it might not happen often. But it doesn't matter where you go in the wilderness, there's always somebody out there that will PK there at some point or another. So never take any risk that you're not willing to lose anywhere. Because you will have a chance of dying and losing it. So, I mean, honestly, from me to you, I would have never in my life thought that that 2 people would be PKing here in 2 different worlds. In a matter of a back-to-back hop like that. You know what I mean? I randomly picked that world. There was no way for me to possibly know that guy was PKing here. Or that he would know that I would pick that world. So, it's like they were just doing that out of their own will. They were just sitting there waiting for somebody to come in to PK him and make 20k. Let's grab a new task. Alrighty, next task gives us Earth Warriors. Alright, perfect. So there was 2 people PKing at the spiders. One guy actually tried to PK us. The other guy was waiting for somebody like me to come around. On a randomly selected world, he was just waiting there. And it was right at the Earth Warriors with that. They were going back and forth on the bar crawl, trying to lose the aggro and then PK. So hopefully this task we don't get PK'd, but I'm just really surprised that there was 2 people there. So we'll see how this goes. I'm not really concerned about PKs at Earth Warriors though. I mean, again, it's really an easy spot to get away from. But let's buy those Zami chaps, because I really like how those things look. And there we go. I've always loved the way these things look. So, being that they're kind of cheap nowadays, I figured I'd buy a pair. I don't know about the DI top though, I'll probably leave it. But I'm not going to take a cannon here. I don't even know if I really need that either. I probably risk this though now, right? No, we only risk a glory, okay. Oh yeah, let's buy more super defense pots while I'm here before we go back. It's crazy to think I used all of them already. I don't think I really need them on this task though, but we do need a stamina potion. And we'll change these to 4 doses while I'm here. Oh yeah, that's true. We'll also swap back to what is it? We'll also swap to climbing boots while I'm here as well. We'll get rid of these ones. So we'll take climbing boots, stamina pot, and then just monkfish, I guess. And I probably won't even take expeditious bracelets. I'll just leave it. This is a pretty quick task as is, so let's just go ahead and do it. We didn't get any emblems last task either, but oh yeah, and let's get this dude out of here. Not that it'll do anything, but add him on my ignore list. We have 73 Slayer points. What's our risk, by the way? 35k, and then with that, 20k. So we risk nothing, so it's totally fine. If somebody goes out of their way to PK us at Earth Warriors, like they tried at Spiders, then, you know, they deserve that 20k. They can just take it. That's the way I'm looking at it, because it takes so long to lose aggro at the Earth Warriors, and then so if you really want to just go out for 20k like that, you know, they need it more than I do. Hopefully we get an emblem though. Earth Warriors, I think I did get one last task that I had at Earth Warriors. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I got one at the Earth Warriors. So maybe this will be our lucky day. That guy's still standing there for some reason. How much XP did that say? 20. It's 20 per click. So as a future reference, every click on that bar crawl is 20 XP. Which I guess is a lot better than I thought. I thought it was like 5. But that's still a decently low amount. So how much more XP do we need to get 163k for a strength level? And 95k for defense. So yeah, we're not too far off of that, I guess, yeah? I mean, we can get those levels, I don't want to say quickly because we're on Lash, but we can get those levels within like a day or two pretty easily. It's not that much XP at all, even with Lash. So Lash is divided by 3 rather than 4. We also got one of the keys. So I have 1 key in the bank. I'll probably open maybe 2 or 3 at a time when I get them. I'm not sure though, like let's say somebody PKs you before you open the chest. I don't think, we'll have to take a look on the alch value, but I don't think the keys really turn into anything if somebody PKs you with the keys. So it wouldn't really make much sense for somebody to PK you when you're at the chest, unless they just don't want you to open the chest. But I'm pretty sure that the keys aren't worth anything themselves. You know what I mean? Just like your fire cape, if you die in level 40 wilderness or something, they'll get whatever the fire cape's worth, which is like 60 or 80k or something, and then you have to go and repair that cape for that 80k that he got when it turns into coins if you lose it in the wilderness. So I'm not sure if the Laran's keys have any actual value like that. But I'm pretty sure they don't. Like the economical keys, they're worth 60k each. So I think if you get PK'd when you're grinding out the economical keys for God Wars and you get PK'd, then I think the PKer gets 68k for each key that you have, which is actually somewhat decent considering how common they are. It's just that, just like this place, it's really easy to escape for the most part. Or not necessarily really easy, but you could really annoy somebody going in and out of the cave if you're that close. I have to unlock AVNZs on a Slayer task. Good drops? No. Few emblems, 1 key the other day. It's only Earth Warriors, so you know, but I did manage to, like I said, I got one of the new wilderness keys, few emblems, and you can't really get too many good drops when it comes to these things on Wilderness Slayer unless you do the bosses, aside from the emblems and the keys. So, which, you know, those are good drops in themselves though, so I can't complain if I get an emblem or a key. We're just here for the Slayer, the Slayer points. So once we hit like 300 or 200 or so, then I can go ahead to back to Duradel. So once we get back to Duradel, we'll be alright. At least, I mean, and by that I mean we'll be able to make a little bit more money. Now we could get assigned spiritual creatures in the wilderness, and I did get a pair of dragon boots the last task I got from there. So, you know, there's still a little bit of potential when it comes to the wilderness to get some decent drops, but usually when it comes to Woody Slayer, you know, drops aren't as good. Cristelia is the best Slayer Master for the points, so that's why we're doing Cristelia, or I guess you could also just say that's why we're doing Wilderness Slayer. Normally we use Expeditious Bracelets, but because this task is somewhat quick as it is, and because of the fact that they can drop emblems, and it's pretty much a 100% AFK task because of the fact that they're always aggressive. All you gotta do to re-aggro them is just run a little bit north. So that's why we do tasks like this. Spiders are my favorite, scorpions are my favorite task. So there's low chance. Maxing, I don't know if I'll actually max every single possible skill, but you know, I just like to get max gear, I guess, or close to max gear. And just be able to solo shit like God Wars, raids. You know what I'm saying? I want to do at least one solo raid probably the whole way through by myself and things like that probably. I don't know, man. I don't know how long I've had the account. It's been a while. I took a long break a while ago, so I mean altogether time maybe like 6 months, I'm not sure. But I just started playing again a lot recently, pretty much every day, so. But I did take like a 2.5 month break. But now I should be fine to play for quite some time, so. I got a few friends we'll be doing Armadillo with soon. I don't know exactly when. They need higher range levels, and then we're going to do some duo Armadillo trips. Probably within the next week or two, we'll be doing some Armadillo God Wars. I can pretty much almost solo Armadillo myself now, I just need higher defense. You know what I'm saying? I can do about... And that's without Chinchampas. If I get Chinchampas, apparently it's a lot easier. So if I use Chins, then I can do solo God Wars. Armadillo for sure, but it's a lot of unnecessary expenses that I feel, especially if I can just duo it eventually. So once we get more comfortable with Armadillo to that point, and when my defense gets higher, because the only problem with that, like I said before on the other video, was that, you know, if you die with the Chins, you lose 130k. So I'd much rather just stick to the crossbow for a little while until I'm good at Armadillo. The only real issue with Armadillo now is that, you know, my defense isn't high enough, so I'm going to be doing Slayer to make a little bit of money until our defense is higher. And then when my friends get higher range levels, we'll hit up Armadillo on stream. So once we get to that point, you know, you can expect some God Wars content. And then after we get, hopefully, lucky at God Wars and shit, and our gear's better, then we can progress up to raids and things like that. So that's pretty much the plan for right now. Odd accounts? No, not really. You know, I have a pure account, but I don't really use it anymore. Too much, you know what I'm saying? If I train slow skills, you know, I just stream anyway, or I just watch YouTube videos or something like that, you know? It's pretty much what I do if I do a slow skill. Like this task or this assignment's pretty AFK, so like right now, I'm just AFKing, talking on stream, and I do play other games though sometimes as well on the side. You know, idle games, I play idle games a lot on the side. I'm not sure if you know what idle games are, but you know, they basically play themselves. And then you just occasionally alt tab and then add your skill points or your levels or whatever where you want them to be. Sounds good, man, you know? And whenever you get higher range or you feel like you think you can take Armadillo on, you know, just let me know and we'll go. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care when, I'm not exactly in any rush. Like, I can just grind Slayer for a while until the meantime. Once my defense gets to like 85, I think I'll try and solo Armadillo again, but, you know, that won't be for a little bit. So until that point, you know, there's not really any rush. With two people though on duos, it's like I already know that we can do Armadillo for sure, as long as your range is high enough. Especially then though, I think I could aggro. You could aggro Kree, and then I can just do the minions as well. That could work. And then you know you wouldn't need Chinchompas, and you could still have a chance at Armadillo. As for idle games, I really like Transport Defender. It's on Steam. It's free. It's pretty good in my opinion. One of the better idle games that I've played. Transport Defender pretty much has everything you could want. It even has a feature where it automatically prestiges or resets when you get to like a certain percentage. You can change when you get farther into Transport Defender. It actually allows you to set a timer or a percentage of your max stage that it'll automatically reset the progress or prestige for you. So, I mean, it's 100% idle. It has customization options. And you can pay real money to get free coins and then upgrade your stats that way as well. But if not, you just get the free coins by having the game run and idling. So, it's not like it's any pay-to-win concepts whatsoever. And, you know, I think it's a really good idle game. I have an i7 processor. For specs, like I can run pretty much any game at HD and not have any problems right now. There hasn't been any game yet that I've played on the store or anything like that that my computer hasn't been able to get at least 60 FPS on. So, you know, pretty happy with my specs. Although most of the time though these days I just play RuneScape, you know? So I have a GTX 1060 and my CPU is water cooled. And, you know, I mostly just play RuneScape, so it's a bit overkill obviously, but you know, if I have a friend who wants to play another game as well, or if I just want to play another game, you know, I stream Borderlands occasionally. I haven't played Borderlands for a while though, but you know, I had to pick it up. RuneScape, I mean, I've just been playing since 2006, maybe even 2005. So, you know, that's about it really. I just had a friend when we were super young that was like, hey man, check out this game, it's fun to play. He also got me into games like Diablo 2 and shit. You know, now of course since then I don't really have any real life friends that still play this game. You know, most of them just kind of moved on to, I guess, FPS games or just, you know, college and that kind of shit. But, you know, I still play Scape. I like it a lot, so that's why I play it, you know. If I didn't like a game, then it's not on my channel. If I do like a game, you know, then occasionally I'll stream it. Like, occasionally I stream FPS games from time to time. You know, my channel is never strictly one game. But 90% of the games, it's just RuneScape, you know what I'm saying? So, that's about it. And as for a day-to-day job, I mean, I don't really work every day, so like, I wouldn't even say I really have a day-to-day job, you know? So I guess I can just leave it at that. I don't play Scape every day though either, but I stream probably, it varies, you know what I'm saying? I usually stream at least 3 times a week. This week though, I have had a lot more time, so I streamed this week like 5 times. And then of course I upload videos on the side, separate from the streams. So I mean, you know, there's plenty of content on the channel to watch. I'm honestly surprised that Runescape still entertains me, considering I've played it for over 10 years now. But, you know, I'm still here, I'm still playing the game, and I'm still enjoying it. I tell a lot of people, though, that I know, you know what I'm saying? I tell a lot of people, like, you know, I'm like, hey man, you should try Runescape. And oh, come on, man. This guy's seriously gonna come and attack my warriors? And, you know, the majority of them, they just don't really want to even give it a try. And honestly, I feel bad for them, because I tell them how great it is, I tell them it's nice, and, you know, they just don't even want to make an effort to play it, or even try it. And I think it's like, you know, they're just throwing their life away, you know. Instead, they just play games like, what is it, first person games, FPS games, things like that. There's nothing wrong with FPS games, but they just get boring way too fast. Might have to hop worlds because of this guy now. This dude with the freaking granite maul just runs in and starts attacking our Earth Warriors, man. Look at him. He's got full granite on. Oh, except the boots. I don't even think he has any gloves. As for where I'm from, just the US, man. Good old United States. It's kind of annoying though when I play a lot of the times with certain people, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they'll be in other countries and shit, so the time differences, you know what I'm saying? So it could be like, let's say it could be like 3 o'clock in the afternoon my time, and we're there. And, you know, it could be like, you know, it could be 3 o'clock my time, and it could be like 10 o'clock their time. Do I play mobile? Nah, man. Unfortunately, I don't have that much money, so I'm not able to buy a new phone, and my current phone is pretty old, so it's not capable of running RuneScape mobile. But, you know, that's good, you know what I'm saying, for now, because if I did have a phone that I could play RuneScape mobile, you know, I probably wouldn't really go outside as much or exercise, you know what I'm saying? So when I'm off stream, you know what I'm saying, then I just go about my daily life, you know what I'm saying. Exercise is obviously very important, so you know, if I had a phone, I'd probably be on RuneScape probably just all the time, and so that's pretty good. That for my lifestyle, I think it's good that I don't have a phone that I can run RuneScape on for the time being. I mean, I wouldn't be on it 24/7 anyway, but I would definitely be on it a lot more than I'd like to be. You know, sometimes I do streams now where I'm on for 6 to 7 or more hours at a time. And that's a pretty long time, honestly. Especially for, a game like RS doing the same thing over and over again all day. I apologize if you guys can hear that. They started vacuuming upstairs now, so that's what the noise is. If it's too loud or anything like that, I can just stop the stream for an hour or something like that. But, you know, just let me know. But that's what that noise is. I apologize for it. Nothing I can do about it right now. So that's what that sound is in the background. And of course, the guy calls me a noob. Yeah, I'm sure the sound's probably pretty loud. Just let me know if you guys want me to stop the stream and start it in a little bit. Then I can, but that's what that sound is in the background. They started vacuuming the floor, I guess. They closed the door now, so I don't think it's going to be as loud, but... So this guy's just a dick, I guess. I think the Runescape community is pretty toxic, to be honest with you. As much as I love the game, the community is very bad. So, not everybody on the game is bad, you know what I'm saying? But the majority of the people on this game are at least in my experience, if you've watched my streams, a lot of people are just ignorant to me for no reason. And it doesn't bother me by any means, but it's just kind of annoying that, you know, the community of the game that you love the most is pretty negative. You know what I'm saying? This guy just called us a noob. He admitted that he's being a dick. You know what I'm saying? So he admitted that he's being an asshole, but... And we didn't do anything to him, you know what I'm saying? I just find that happens a lot when it comes to RS. But yeah, man, as for the EST, that's what I was about to say earlier. Like, a lot of my friends, you know, they want to play some games together or something like that, and we can't always because they're in different time zones. And, you know, I have limited time to play, so it's like I was saying, like it could be 6, 7 o'clock my time, or 5 in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And, you know, for them it could be almost like midnight. And, you know, that some of them have work in the morning. So, you know, that's why I always like to have a lot of friends in-game and things like that. I always play with subscribers too. So, you know, if subscribers want to play together, you know what I'm saying? I add everybody that wants to add me in-game, so... as long as you guys respect me and you're nice, you know, you get it back as well. So if anybody ever wants to do anything, that goes for anybody, any kind of bossing or whatever, you know, we can go do whatever. But that's why I say it's really annoying though when your friends are in other states or whatever. But most of the time it does work out for all of us, you know what I'm saying? But like, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people, especially when you get older, you know, they're in college, or a lot of people are just too busy, and that's why most of the people that got me into this game now, they don't really play it anymore. There is one guy, you know, there's only like one person, I think, in real life that I actually know still plays this game. And like I said, he just balances college and Scape, and, you know, he can only play very minimal hours, so... But that's what I said, I don't really mind that kind of thing. I just play when I play, and my hours are pretty good that I can play. I do 6, 7 hour streams sometimes. I'm kind of getting tired of the Slayer grind though, so as soon as this thing's done with and our defense gets up and we can do some armadillo and shit like that, I'm gonna be a bit more excited about the game when it comes to things like that. But this whole Slayer points grind, it can wear on you a little bit. That's why I did some cooking earlier. I do some farming trips. I'm gonna level up my magic. Probably I'm gonna get 99 magic probably. I don't want to say next, but I'm either going to get, just because of my XP now, we're either going to get 99 hit points next, or we're going to have 99 magic. I'm not sure which one I'll end up getting first. And I'm not sure, I don't think I'm actually capable of getting 99 strength, even if I'd started the grind now. It would be really close. Even if I grinded out 99 strength from now, and let's say I had an Abyssal Dagger, if I did just pure strength training from now until 99 strength, I still think I'll be 99 hit points before strength. So I think hit points will actually be our next 99 for combat, because we already have 8.1 million XP and hit points. So I believe hit points will be our next 99. And that's actually a pretty big achievement, because hit points is one of the longer ones to get. So that'll be pretty cool. I love the hit points cape as well. White and red are some of my favorite colors, so I just love how the way the hit points one looks. Just for fashionscape even, you know? Looks hella good. Fire cape's still my favorite cape always in the game, but hit points one's cool as well. So it doesn't look like, did we get anything this task? No. Alright, so we didn't really get anything this task. No keys or emblems just yet. We got 35 to go. Hopefully we get a scorpion task, because that's really fast XP. Well, not XP, but I mean it's really fast points. I always skip hellhounds and black demons. If I don't have a choice though, we might have to do hellhounds, so hopefully it doesn't get to that point. Because I guarantee if we get hellhounds, we're going to get PK'd at least once. Because they're right by the mage bank. Let's just add that guy to my ignore list actually. There we go. Yep, yeah, that would. I'm surprised I still didn't get that abyssal head though, because I did like 400 abyssal demons now. Apparently it's a 1 in 100 drop rate, so I must just be really unlucky. It's gonna take me a lot longer to get 1,000 Slayer points though anyway. You know, that's gonna take the longest, I think. Especially because that's why we're doing this now, so I can, like I said the other day, block steel dragons and extend skeletal wyverns. That's what I'd like to do. So we need at least 100 points to block the wyverns, and we need 100 points to extend skeletal wyverns permanently. So that's one of the main reasons I'm just doing Wilderness Slayer. But after this, I might just go back to Duradel, because, you know, Woody Slayer tasks, they're never really that good. And I'd also like to get 87 Slayer, so the quickest way to 87 would just be to do every task at Duradel, obviously. But once we hit 87 Slayer, we can also unlock the Cave Kraken boss, which will also be decent money. So once we hit 87 Slayer, that'll be our next big milestone. And then we won't really have anything to unlock until we get to 91. And then at 91 we can do Duradel, so 87 and 91 are our next goals. Although I don't think my stats are good enough for Cerberus right now. But by the time we hit 91 Slayer, we should be at least base 90s for combat, I would think. And that should be enough for Cerberus then, so by the time we're 91 Slayer, our stats should be high enough to do it. And Cerberus, if you get lucky enough, is insane money. But I don't really want to buy primordials or anything right now, because I'm not making that much cash off of what I'm doing now. And they're very expensive, so I kind of, in the back of my head, I'm just kind of thinking if I want Pegasians and primordials and all that, that I'm going to have to get them as a drop from Cerberus. And there's nothing wrong with that. I know plenty of Iron Men that have done it, but it's just very time consuming. and it's all RNG based. It could take me 10,000 KC. I have to buy a Zami Spear, I think, if I do Cerberus. I'd also like a Zami Spear for other things. I think it's best in slot for a lot of monsters because of the stab. Well, not necessarily best in slot, but like second best in slot for dragons and such things like that. So I'd like to get a Zami Spear at some point. They're really expensive though, or a Hasta, I should say, Zami Hasta. Combat setup? I mean, obviously just max gear, but you know, for range, I just want to get Armadillo set, and then of course Pegasians. I already have a Twisted Buckler. I bought one the other day for when I do Armadillo trips. Should help out a little bit because of the best in slot range bonus, you know, plus 18. But I want to get the Armadillo top, helmet, skirt, and then, you know, that's pretty much it for Armadillo. I don't really care about the God Sword. And then I would like the Armadillo crossbow, although it's not really a prime item that I really need. So I'd be okay with getting the crossbow last. And then for melee, of course, I'd like Banders, obviously, Primordials, Zamrock Hasta, Rapier, and Grazi Rapier, and Grazi Defender, or whatever. Avernic Defender. Grazi Rapier, Avernic Defender. You know, just best in slot, really. So hopefully that's our goal one day, to get at least most of those items. Oh yeah, and a Dragon Warhammer BGS, because I need one of those things so that I can do other bosses, like Abyssal Sire. I tried Abyssal Sire, but his defense was too high for my current stats. I couldn't really hit him, so I need the defense lowering things. RS3 is alright, I guess. I mean, it's just not for me. There's nothing wrong with the game itself, but, you know, it's just, RS3 is just kind of cheaply made, I guess, in the sense that the way it feels, you know, it just feels almost like a mobile game, or like a very just cheaply made game because of all the microtransactions in the cash store. You know, those things are usually seen on games that, you know, are like mobile games, or games that are very like cheaply made and just want to push cash shops. Is Skatizo a greater demon? I don't know. I don't think it is, man. You can try it, but I don't think Skatizo is a greater demon. And you need totem pieces. I don't know if you have them, but you need totem pieces. Skatizo is really easy. I wouldn't really... Well, let me take a look, man. Yeah, with 76 attack, I wouldn't really do Skatizo if I was you yet, honestly. You might get owned, because I can't melee him with my stats. I mean, I can, but it's a bit hard. You need Arclight. I don't know if you have Arclight or not. And your range is a bit low for Skatizo. So I'm not sure if I would do it yet if I was you, honestly. I mean, you can try it, but I think you'll get owned because your range is too low. If you range it, all you gotta do is protect from magic, I believe it is. I think it's protect from magic. Okay, that's cool. I'll have to remember that. If you're on task with the plus 15, it might be doable, but I don't know, man. 78 range is pretty low. I missed a lot and I'm 99 range, so with potions, so you know, it all depends. I mean, you can try it at least once, see how you do. I wouldn't recommend melee though, with 76 attack. Or your defense, because you'll take a decent amount of damage. And you probably won't be able to hit him as much. I guess then go for it. I mean, you're 99 strength. That's a big difference from mine. But when I do melee, I don't know. I usually miss way too much or it does too much damage. So I usually take melee, and then I just end up swapping out to range because I run out of food. So I don't know. But I'm not 97 strength either, so that's a big difference from 84. It's really easy for me with range. It's just time consuming. But I would think 78 range would be really bad for Skatizo. Alright, task complete. Next task. I think I might just go to Duradel. I'm kind of getting burned out of Woody Slayer already. So let's just go do Duradel. I will just do whatever task he gives us. Whatever it is, whatever assignment it is, however bad, we'll do it. Damn it, how do I always forget the law runes? There we go. Yeah, that was kind of my interpretation of that comment as well. Made it seem like he wasn't able to do it yet. but on task, he's like, I have the plus 15%, so I should be able to do it. That's the way I looked at it, but the other way, he'll probably say because, you know, RNG, maybe he'll get lucky and get a good drop. I mean, Skatizo is 80k at least every KC anyway, so Skatizo is pretty good regardless of your luck or not. I gotta try Skatizo with a blowpipe the next time I get around to another totem piece. I don't think I have a totem piece right now, so I'll have to take a look, but no, I need one more piece and I can do Skatizo myself. If I get a Dust Devil task this time around, I can almost guarantee we're gonna get enough Skatizo pieces. But let's go ahead and grab our new task. Blue Dragons. I don't have enough points to skip it, but we'll do the baby blue dragons, I suppose. Unfortunately, it's not exactly what I wanted to get, but it's alright. You know, it's an easy task. Let's try and take out just like 9k out. Dusty Key. We can take our good gear now as well, so yeah. I actually forgot about that. Dragon Boots. Torture Army. I guess we'll just take the Bandos, yeah. Should be alright. I'm gonna take some Monkfish. And I'm gonna Expeditious Bracelet it this time. I didn't before, but I think I have to now. I'm just not gonna be wanting to do this task all day. Stamina Potion and Super Strengths, of course. And then we'll need our Dusty Key. And just for good measure, we'll take Alks and the Herb Sack, although I don't think I need it on this task, but you never know. Rather have it than not have it. So off we go, I guess. I need my agility higher so I can just skip the damn shortcut. Because now we have to run the whole way around, but it's okay. The XP here is still going to be better than Woody Slayer. That's really all that matters. And we'll still get 15 points for the task. So I'm just going to try my best to not skip any tasks for like 10 of them. And then we'll see how we do. See how many points I can rack up and all that kind of thing. Because 10 tasks is 150 points. So if I can, well, it's actually more. It's like maybe 250 because of the bonus. So we should be fine if I can do 10 tasks without skipping. Even if it's a Black Demon task, I'll probably just do it. Yeah, that's what my guess would have been, the drops. Pet drop would be pretty sick, you know? I'm still waiting on my pet drop from Skatizo. Pretty sure I'll get it eventually, but you never know. You know, when it comes to RNG, I could, even though it's 1 in 65, I'm pretty sure when I actually, no, I don't think I have done 65 yet, but you know, you could do 1,000 and still not get it, even if it is 1 in 65. That's my problem with all the RNG based drop rates on everything. I think if it's you do 65, they should just give it to you. Even though everybody would still have it, but you know, even if they did it that way, like great, let's say even if they did it that way, okay, 1 in 60, let's say like the pet drops, 1 in 5,000 for the Dagonoth pet, even if they gave it to everybody at 5,000 KC, that's still a hell of a long time in it. You know what I mean? It's not like you'd just be handing it out to people. They'd still have to do 5,000 Dagonoth Kings. That's gonna take an insanely long time. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I find that hard to believe. Because I've done it, and I can't do it with melee. And my stats, besides my strength, my stats are higher than yours. So I just find that hard to believe. I just hit so many zeros. Unless you spec'd it with Arclight and hit pretty high. Because I hit a lot of zeros with my Arclight. So maybe if you hit Spectrum with Arclight and hit both times, then maybe I could see that. But if you didn't hit your Arclight specs, I find that almost impossible with your stats. But that's just my opinion. Not necessarily saying you're making it up, but I find that hard to believe without Arclight specs. I got 13, apparently. Apparently I've done Skatizo 13 times. That's a lot of totems, to be honest. That's 39 totem pieces. That's 39 total pieces for the totem that I've actually got. That seems like a lot, honestly, that does. Especially being, you know, how rare they are. I would have had a lot more, but unfortunately, when I first got my few totem pieces when I was playing and I had never done Skatizo before, I unfortunately wasn't aware of the fact that you had to actually combine the totem to get more pieces. They changed that with one of the recent updates, but back when I was originally doing Skatizo, I didn't know that, so I had a full totem in the bank that I had to make before I could get more pieces. And so, I mean, that I would have probably had like 25 plus KC by now. But I did so many tasks wondering why I couldn't get another totem piece. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh my god, because they don't tell you that kind of stuff. You know, they don't tell you that kind of thing. That you have to combine it. You don't anymore, I want to make that clear. They updated that, so now you don't have to combine it. But back when I was doing Skatizo the first time, you did. And if I didn't have that annoying little kind of factor in play, then, you know, I would have had like so much more KC. But 13 is still a decent amount. So I've gotten easily over a mil off Skatizo then, no doubt. Because it's a minimum of 80k per kill, so that's at least, and I've gotten the Onyx tips, which were about 300k, I believe, off Skatizo at one point, so Skatizo alone probably have given me almost like 5 mil cash, probably, if not more. In my opinion, he's one of the best bosses in the game, even better than Vorkath for GP. As long as you have enough totem pieces, though, that's the only thing that makes him kind of bad. You know, you just have to grind a while to get the pieces. But let's say you had 100 pieces, and you did 100 Vorkaths and 100 Skatizos. The average GP per Skatizo is more than Vorkath. So if you didn't hit the rare drop table at Vorkath, I think that Skatizo would be better. Just his rare drops are untradeable, like the Drake's Claw. You know, you can't sell those things if you get more than one. Which I think they should. I think that those should all be tradable items, honestly. But that's my opinion on it. I mean, if you range, you really won't take any damage. I mean, you will from the little guys, but you know, if you range Skatizo and pray magic and take an Arclight, you know, you always want to do your 2 specs with Arclight at the start. Wait for him to do a magic attack and then run in and do your spec, and then take a few steps back, wait for him to do a magic attack again, and then spec again, and then he won't be able to hit you with his melee attack. Then, you know, you'll be fine. But a lot of the time my Arclight spec doesn't hit, and then I end up wasting a lot of, and then I hit a lot of zeros if I don't hit with my Arclight. But, you know, if you range it, being 87 range, as long as you take like your best range gear, a crossbow. Like now I can actually use my Twisted Buckler at Skatizo. I didn't even think of that. I don't really recommend Blowpipe unless you hit him with your Arclight specs, because I find you'll hit too many zeros. But in my experience, it's a lot easier with range because you don't take any damage if you pray magic. So if you pray magic and just range it, you know, you're fine. As long as you take enough prayer potions, of course, and food. And you must have an Arclight because it'll help out so much for the eyes. Because you have to, whenever he spawns the eyes, you got to swap out to the Arclight. The Arclight's always a 1-hit on all the eyes. If you don't have the Arclight and you attack the eyes, you'll have to go through like 100 health with range, whereas the Arclight's just a 1-hit every time, 100 damage. So, you know, and if you do it that way, you should be fine. You know, I never had any problems with Skatizo, and I can't do basic PvP bosses, so, you know, that's saying a decent amount about how Skatizo is. I guess I'll have to make a Skatizo guide soon, though. I mean, because several people have asked me and told me, like, oh, that guy died at the Black Demons already. Look at him running back to grab his gear. How do you die at the Black Demons, man? Like, I know how, but, like, you're supposed to pray. Sucks for that guy, honestly, dude. That's a long run. Uploaded another video earlier, you know what I'm saying? If you guys haven't watched it yet, you don't necessarily have to watch the whole video, but it would help out if you guys just click on the video, hit the like button, and then, you know, you don't have to watch the rest. But at least like the video if you can. It doesn't take much time at all, and it puts it up the page on the relevancy a little bit if you get likes. The more likes you have, the more audience and people it can be shown to. You know, so that's why it's important that people like videos and things like that for a new channel or a channel with only 100 subscribers. Helps out a decent amount if you guys haven't done that already. I'm all caught up, unfortunately, on my videos now, so can't really make any new videos until we stream longer and we get more content. I guess that's just one of the either downsides or the positives of uploading 10-minute videos now. You just run out of content a lot faster. But on the plus side, more people prefer longer videos, so, you know, it's better to give people what they want than shortcut your videos, but you know, it was a lot simpler, a lot easier to just push out like a couple 5-minute videos every day. But when you stream, it doesn't really make too much of a difference, I guess. Like I said before, it's all stream highlights anyway. So if people haven't already seen my other streams, then just watch the videos, because usually all my videos are mostly just stream highlights or clips. So, you know, so if you guys miss an episode or whatever and you want to see it, then you can just wait for the video to come out and then just watch the video, and you should be mostly caught up. I always include my most important levels in my most important levels in the video. It's just with the live stream, you can actively chat and ask questions as it happens, so. And I also have to remember that last time I did Skati, so I've been wearing what is it? I've been wearing like Bearer's armor when I used to do it, and I think that could be a problem as to why I was having a decent amount of trouble with it as compared to usual. Now that you mention that, because I started wearing like Varak armor and Guthan plate, and when I first started it, I was wearing Carol's armor, so. Yeah, I totally forgot all about that. I probably should just be wearing Carol's again. Because he does attack with magic. I kind of forgot that. So, I mean, I was praying melee while wearing melee gear. So I guess that could definitely explain why it got a little bit harder. So I'll try it again around the next time with melee for a little bit, I guess. The other thing though, like I said, for some reason my Arclight specs just never hit. Well, yeah, I mean, Black DI's still fine, but technically Carol's does have better magic defense. And it looks cooler, so that's why I usually wear Carol's. I did buy that Zami DI chaps, though, so I could wear those. But no, that could definitely explain why I was having so much issues with them. I wouldn't really say issues, but I guess that could explain why I was going through seemingly a lot more food. Although I do find if he does hit you anyway, though, he hits you a lot. I don't really know. Or I don't really think that DI'd armor will really reduce the damage he does, but he could end up splashing more if you have DI'd on. I don't know. We'll see. I still find it super easy with range because I'm 99 anyway. But if my Arclight spec would hit, I really don't think I'd ever have any issues, but it just never connects. I use my Incredible Reflexes prayer. I use super attack potions. And I equip my best melee attack gear, you know, defenders, fire cape, I put everything on. I do the spec. And I die. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. Could be a server DC or something as well, but my internet's good enough that I never have to worry about disconnects. I don't think I've ever disconnected even while streaming here, except one time in the last 4 months. So but no, if your internet's not that good, I can understand that one. Huh, look at this dude. 61 range wearing blue D-hide. He better be a, oh my god. He's not even a Iron Man. He just doesn't swap out to better gear. I wish that like wearing magic armor would just reduce the damage instead of splash, you know? Seems kind of useless to just increase it to completely splash. Same thing with like Bearer's armor and DDS specs and PvP, like, you know, they shouldn't really be able to max out if you're wearing full Bearer's armor. You know, it should have some kind of effect on the damage reduction. But that's just my opinion, of course. I mean, he is supposed to be a boss, so I guess that would just make it a little bit more significantly easier. So, I mean, I guess it's fine how it is, but I do feel like it should have some kind of impact or influence on the damage he can deal as well, though. So, you know, why would this guy come here? I don't understand people that do that. Now we're gonna have to wait for them to respawn. Can't stand people that do stuff like that. Okay, now he hops. Oh, what a dick. Of course, now we gotta wait for him to respawn, though. $56 to go. Still a decent amount that we've done, though. I love it when I two-hit these things. It's a good feeling, it really is. So we've done 66. Alright. So we're well over halfway. More than halfway, thankfully. They should have like mini bosses or something for a lot of these things. Like, I think it would be cool if they had like a blue dragon boss, a red dragon boss for these tasks. I think that would be pretty cool. And then like each one would drop noted bones or something like that. That would be really nice. It would definitely help out for tasks like this where, you know, the loot's not very good or you don't even bother to pick the bones up. That would be a really nice addition, in my opinion, as well. Maybe someday in the future they'll have that kind of thing, you know? I kind of expect them to maybe add something like that or something similar. Just like they have like the King Black Dragon, they should have like the King Blue Dragon, the King Red Dragon. That would be really nice. Something for like the higher level players that, you know, you don't say, damn, I got a Blue Dragon task. You know, you can kind of still get a decent amount of stuff out of it. Kind of surprised they haven't done something like that already, to be honest. Gonna have to repair my Guthans soon. That'll be like another 300k. Probably just repair it after this task so I don't forget. $41 to go. Hopefully that's less than 20 if my bracelets come in clutch, but it's probably about 35 realistically. If anybody knows, is there a place where there's multi-combat blue dragons or baby blue dragons? Like, that would be really nice when I get these tasks, if there is. I could just bring a cannon, or even not necessarily bring a cannon, but just to hit these guys in multi-combat would be so nice. something like that. Or if there's any locations or places better than this spot, especially since I don't have the agility level to run through here yet. That would be really nice to have a better spot. $193K though until the next Slay levels. According to the tracker, we're 42.9% of the way there. So we're almost halfway. I think it's like 400 or 500K more XP to get to 87. So by that point we should be approximately 82-ish in our base melee stats. Like attack and defense should be about 82. And we should be about 85, almost 86 strength by that point. By the time we can do Krakens. Cave Krakens, that is, of course. I guess we'll just have to grind out agility eventually. I need 70 to do Saradomin anyways. If I had 70 agility, I guess this really wouldn't be as bad, but it's just because we have to run the whole way around that it's a problem. I think that's the same guy. I don't think he died that time though. Just resupplying. But that guy definitely died earlier. With any luck, we'll get an Abyssal Dagger off of an Abbey Demon today. And then once we get a BGS, if I ever get enough money saved up, then we can do the Abyssal Sires, but... I wouldn't mind a Drake task. I think Dirdell can assign Drakes, I'm not totally sure. But ideally we still need Brimstone Boots as well, but on task it's like 1 in 500 drop rate, I think. I just never seem to get lucky with any of my drops lately, honestly. Which I just feel like that's kind of a good thing. I mean, I said this before, but that just probably means that we're getting closer to a decent drop. I'm always lucky when it comes to mysterious emblems, though. But those things are like 100k each. If I get Abbey Dagger, I can train some strength then. But until then, we're just going to keep doing Lash. I think it's 1 in 32,000 from Abyssal Demons. Whip is 1 in 512 apparently. I'm getting close to the 512 KC. Still haven't got one. Alright, last one. Alright, new task, I'll wait. Gargoyles I think are thus far, until I get an Abyssal Whip drop, Gargoyles are thus far still my favorite Slayer task to be assigned. Those or Skeletal Wyverns. Alright, let's go. The run's really not that bad for Duradel. I think it's a little bit farther to get here to Neve, but as a whole I think it's pretty close to the same. The only difference is you have the little bit of wait time in between the boat rides. But besides that, I think it's about the same amount of time to get here. I'm going to try and do, like I said, I'm going to try and do every single task we get, even if it is a bad task. So with that being said, let's see what we get. Worms, okay. I guess I can do that one. As much as I don't really want to. We should still make money still. I think you always make money on worm tasks, if I'm not mistaken, so we'll go ahead and do it. We're going to use the Expeditious Bracelets for sure, because I'm sick of this task. But we're still going to do it, like I said, so. I've gotten 2 Dragon Harpoons. Oh yeah, I got to repair my Guthans as well. Yeah, I got 2 Dragon Harpoons already off of them. I mean, I've gotten my fair share of decent loot off worms. This is where Brimstone Boots or Granite Boots even would come in handy. Yeah, I think so. I've never done any other quests myself, except that Shiloh Village, so I believe so. You know, I don't have any diaries or anything like that done, so I think that's all you need. I mean, just try it anyway, you know, it won't hurt anything. If you're trying to go to Duradel, you know, just try it yourself and see if it lets you. But I've never done any diaries or anything like that, so I'm pretty sure it's just the quest requirement. It's the only thing I hate about this task, like I've said probably 100 times, it's just very click intensive. You cannot AFK this task at all. But GP wise, I mean, you always make money here almost 100% of the time, so. Especially that I'm using melee, because before I was using a blowpipe, so yeah, we'll definitely make profit here. It just sucks, you know, I hate these tasks, I really do. Hopefully we have enough food. I'll probably grab a super defense out of the bank just to be safe. I didn't even know that cart was there until the other guy mentioned it in chat. And appreciate you mentioning that cart to me as well the other day, man. Otherwise, we'd still be doing Neve. There's nothing really wrong with Neve, but I do believe Duradel has higher weight on better tasks. So yeah, we'll grab a super defense just to be safe. Save a little bit of food. Probably should be bringing my sharks, but I don't know. I think we'll be fine. We'll just pray magic and preserve the whole time. I could have banked my skills necklace as well, but it's fine. We'll just go ahead and leave all the basic drops on the ground, I guess. Alright, let's start this horrendous task. It'll take us a while. 4 straight away. Oh yeah, super defense, forgot to drink. This guy's gotta be an Abyssal Dagger. I don't know, he looks like an Iron Man. Interesting. We'll pick up the coins. That's the one drop we will pick up all the time. But until we get bank inventory space, I'm going to leave the drops like... We're going to leave the drops like the arrow tips and the shit like that on the ground. Everybody's got Abyssal Daggers here. What the hell? It's kind of crowded for worms. Usually worms aren't very crowded. When they first came out, everybody was here though. I remember that when they first came out, I was one of the few that was actually like camping the worms, because at the time they were like some of the best money that I could actually get drop wise in their drop table, because my Slayer and my stats were pretty low except my range, because I just did green dragons my whole life. And everybody was always at worms. I will take the soul runes as well. But let's go over here, and hopefully there's not as many people on this end. No, no one's on this side. That's so weird. Thought I might have to hop worlds for a second there. Alright, we might range these if we seem to take a lot of damage. Of course, this guy didn't finish his worm off. The guy that's safe spotting him seems to be having trouble. I don't really know why you would safe spot worms, to be honest. Unless you're just really low combat, there's really no point. Because you always profit on the task. And it's so much slower to safe spot. And it's already a long task as is, so I'm just confused why somebody would safe spot him. Unless you just absolutely want to maximize your profits and not use prayer potions, but it's really not a big deal when it comes to these things. Like, if your range is in the 60s, then I understand you should safe spot probably. But 70 plus, like, it doesn't make much sense. Or if you're just so poor you can't afford prayer potions, then it's alright. Otherwise, like, just don't safe spot. It's such a waste of time. I know there is a lot of people that do safe spot though. Surprisingly, I almost always see one guy every other task here safe spotting these things. And I think you have to have one task that is safe spot. I could be wrong. I think there is one spot off task, but it's a lot harder off task because it's usually pretty crowded. Dude's ranging with a black mask on. Good old herb sack comes in handy. I find I haven't really had to use my herb sack that much since I got it. Like before I had my herb sack, I was getting so many drops every task. And now that I have it, it seems like I don't really need it as often. If that makes sense. Like now that I have it, I seem to be using a lot more less herb drops. But I guess that's usually how it does end up working out. Okay, Rune Medhelm, it's our first decent drop. First alchable drop, I should say, not necessarily the first decent drop, but usually these things give you a decent amount of dragon daggers and things like that, so I expect at least like 3 dragon daggers by the end of the task. I used to bring DDSs around for spec weapons and all that, but I don't know, man. I don't think it's really worth it anymore. I'd rather just use that extra space for food or supplies or whatever. Alright, now we're getting hit a lot. I might just blowpipe these things if I end up taking too much damage. I should have and probably could have. I should have probably just brought a Varak skirt. I think the prayer bonus is a little bit less. But I think it's like less than 1 prayer bonus, -1. But the defense stats are way higher. So I probably should have just brought my Varak skirt. It's why I pretty much use Varak skirt all the way till I get banders. Also kind of surprised I didn't see any blood rune drops yet either. These things are notorious for dropping, I think it's like 30 blood runes as well at a time. So this is one of the main places I would always save up all my blood runes. You know, I got like a couple thousand. I think I've gotten over 5,000 bloods total at the worms, just from all my slayer tasks. I'm going to save the soul runes now. Normally I'd sell them, but since I started doing things like Abyssal Sire, or I guess in the future we'll be doing Abyssal Sire, you need Shadow Barrage, so they need soul runes, so I'll just keep all the soul runes from now on as well. Stack the souls up. Not sure if I'll need them for anything else in the future either, but we need smoke spells, and you need soul runes for that. There's the ensouled heads also require soul runes, so I'm not sure if there's anything else I might need them for. So I'll just save as many as I can. Might as well alch the chaps. I don't know why that guy would leave them on the ground. Normally I probably would leave those on the ground as well, but I don't know, man. It just makes more sense to alch them. It's 3k, you know? I think that could be up to 30k extra per task if you alch them rather than just leave them on the ground. So we'll try and alch as many things as we can. Rune Battle Axe, there we go. There's our first decent alch. Took a little bit of KC to get that, but finally got a decent alch item. Normally I get that within my first 10, really. No dragon daggers yet either. It's a little bit surprising. My only complaint about this, like I said before, they just take a while and it's just not AFK at all, so we could, okay, there's our blood rune drop. That's what I was talking about. 26. It's pretty good. I might end up barraging if I have enough runes later on when I get 94 magic. Depends on how much higher the XP rate is, but the way I look at it is like if I get them all through rune drops anyway, I might as well just probably or possibly start bursting later on. The only thing I'd have to do is probably runecraft some chaos or death runes, because that could get very expensive as well. Unless you still profit barraging dust devils, but I doubt it. It is possible though. Maybe. And I say that because you have a higher max hit. Decently higher max hit with the barrage, so you would be able to finish them a lot faster. But I still think you'd be using a lot more runes, just because I think it's like 2 blitzes is like 1 barrage cast, so it's 2 times, if not 3 times more expensive. Maybe even more than that, honestly, I'm not sure. But barrage or blitz also doesn't use blood runes, but if you save them up though, you know, I think you might profit still, as long as you don't factor in the blood rune costs. So if I just save like 10k bloods and then just use all of them, I might actually profit, aside from the blood rune cost, but I'm not going to include that. I'll have to wait until I hit 80 or 92, 94 magic, I believe. Whatever it is. I think it's 94 for barrage. We are close to that 61 Herbaloy. I could probably get that today as long as none of my plants died. Because we planted some Raynars. I planted, I think, like 3 Raynars, 3 or 4 Raynars I had from the Skeletal Wyvern task. But I don't think I'll do that farming trip today. I'll probably just do it some other day. I just takes so long to do a farming run. It's like probably 10-15 minutes to do a farming run plus tree runs, and it's just a lot you gotta deal with. I should always just probably do my tree runs every day at a minimum, just so that I can level my farming, because you don't really get herb runs are like 2k XP maybe 3k. But tree runs are always 18k if I do all 3 papyrus. So, you know, 18,000 EXP per day, that's like a level every 3 or 4 days if I do 1 a day, which really is a decent amount of time, so I should probably just start doing those more frequently. The only issue with higher levels is that farming gets very expensive. Like, very expensive. We're talking like 100k or higher per seed. So when you get to that point, like, farming almost seems not even worth it. Some guy that was on the Reddit page the other day said that 100 snapdragons with all the other seed costs, he actually only makes about 1 mil for 100 snapdragon seeds because of all the other costs to get on his way to 99 farming. So I don't know, that's very expensive to me. I mean, 100 snapdragon seeds is like what, 50 mil or 5 mil? 50,000 times 100. It's like what, 5 mil, right? Yeah, that's 5 mil. So to spend 5 mil and then only get 6 mil back, that's not a very good margin of increase or, you know, profits. You know what I'm saying? That's really, doesn't really even seem worth it. Aside from the fact that he's close to level 99, but you know, I just don't see that really being really worth it. Especially the time it takes. That's one reason why I'm kind of not really doing farming trips yet. But it's like, if I'm ever going to get 99 farming, the sooner you do all that shit, the better. Because, like, you can't rush farming. When you plant your trees, they have a set grow time, and nothing you do can make that any faster. As of right now. In the future, they might end up making it so they can, like, use a special compost that, you know, makes the grow time half as fast or something like that, but we'll see. But for right now, I should definitely just start my farming runs every day. Just log in and do them. I did my farming herb runs last night, though, before I logged off. So, I mean, it's not like it's been that long since I did it, but it's just a matter of just the patience. I'm just doing farming, though, like I've said the other day, just for herblore XP. That's really why I'm doing my farming trips, you know, because I need the herblore levels. And I'm pretty sure that herblore XP is faster than farming. If you just do herb runs, no doubt, but I'm not sure how it factors in if I also do tree runs. It's probably about equal. If I kept up with herb runs, that is, because, you know, 30 herbs is like 3k XP. So if I do, let's say, you know, that's like one trip, so that could be like 9 to 12k XP a day with herbs. I don't know, the skill the XP increases are crazy high per level. But I'd be rich if I did 99 herblore all the way from farming. It would just take me a very long time, but, you know, I'd be rich by the end of it. Just because prayer potions and all that shit. If I manage to get enough seeds, that's really the only thing. I could just camp wyverns for like a whole day, get 30 Raynar seeds. That's like 400 prayer potions. And that's a lot. So, I don't know, man. I really don't know. We'll see how it goes. But, with that being said, I don't really think I have that much time to play left today. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that much time to play today. I have a little bit of time. I have probably at least another hour, but just to get this out of the way, I think I'm going to just go ahead and do a farming trip now. That way I can do it for the day. And then afterwards, I don't really know. I don't really like worm tasks. I'm going to finish that task eventually, but right now we're going to go do a farming trip. Because I'm going to be a little bit annoyed, or I'm going to be upset with myself if I don't force myself to do this herb run before I have to get off for the day. So I'm going to go ahead and grind this out right now. Let's get out all of our stuff that we need. I would know a better time frame of how much time I have to play. But unfortunately, they don't know what schedule they're going to be on today. They can't really tell me, so. I could, again, technically, like I said, I could stay here pretty much as long as I wanted to, but you know, I don't necessarily, I could technically stream, right? So there's a lot of times that I could technically force myself to just stay online and play the game, but I always like to take frequent or my breaks in between, because like if I, and this goes, anybody that plays RuneScape knows this, if you just kind of really play and kind of force yourself, whether you're streaming or just playing the game, it doesn't really matter. You're going to get burned out of the game kind of pretty quick. So I like to kind of pace myself with what I do on this. So I don't really like to just grind it or stream 24 hours straight. It's like, even if technically I could, you know, that's not something that I really even have a desire to do, because I'll just end up getting burned out of the game or something like that, and I don't want that to happen. I mean, I'm not going to get burned out, I'm just going to get bored, and then when I'm bored, my streams or my, you know, my commentaries aren't as good, or I just don't feel like commentating as much. So that's why I limit my hours that I play, or I guess even stream. And, you know, because if I just do that, like I said, if I was to stream 24/7, you know, just like my one friend on here, he did a couple quests the other day, said he got burned out, and he took a break, you know what I mean? So it really depends what you do, but that's why I do the hours that I play. Whenever I do get burned out, though, on stream, that's when you see me do things like mining or cooking or something, like the AFK skills. I do those when I kind of get burned out, because then I just do those on the side while I do I'll do like watch YouTube videos, or I'll edit another YouTube video for my channel, you know, so that's when I do those skills on stream. So let's see how many Raynars we get at the end of this. Hopefully my Snapdragon doesn't die. I usually just try and play as long as I can on stream while still enjoying myself. You know, I feel like every game you play, that's one reason why I said earlier about how I don't really, I mean, I'd like to be able to play RuneScape mobile, but I just feel like if I did, it would consume too much of my life, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's plenty of other games I can stream, but you know, I like to try and keep it, I like to try and keep RuneScape my main game that I play. So let's say if I played 6 hours here, left, got home, went on my phone all day for the rest of the night and just grinded out RuneScape mobile. You know, I mean, I could do that if I really wanted to, especially skills rather than combat. You know, one day, that's one thing I would like to do one day, is just get my skills up so that I can get towards Dragon Slayer 2 and all those things. I think, I could be wrong, but I think I need a decently high Herblore level to do raids. I don't know, I think raids you have to have a certain Herblore level, and you can make potions inside of the raid. I could be wrong because I've never really watched them, but I think that's like a thing. So I think you need like high stats, or somewhat high stats, to do raids that are also non-combat skills. If I'm wrong, somebody correct me on that, but I think that's how it goes. So that's one reason I'd also should be doing my farming trips every day, for the future of the raid content. Although mainly though, this is really good for the prayer pots. Let's go ahead and finish out this. Then we're gonna do our tree runs. I just kind of stick to willows. I really should keep up with my willows, because that could give me passive woodcutting XP as well. Because I have dragon axes in the bank, but the issue with that is that you know, my wood cutting's pretty low, and the negatives to that is the fact that anything that's above a willow seed or a willow tree gets very expensive. I mean, the willow saplings are like 4K or maybe 10K, and then the maples just go up to 40K. And the GP per XP really isn't worth it. You know what I mean? It's like, it just increases so much. And then when you get to the magic seeds, it's like, wow, like why bother? So that's one reason why I don't really do my tree runs. But in theory, that would be like 9k extra XP per day. Which, now granted, that could be a decent amount, okay? But in the long run, like, that's really nothing. When you need 100k plus per level, and that extra time you put into the farming runs for the willow trees, you know, gives you maybe 9k. Sounds like it's a lot when I say it out loud, but it's really not. So let's go ahead, we'll go over here and... I hope I put compost on that one, man. Just because I'm not sure though, I'm going to run all the way back and look. I don't think I did. There is an empty bucket there, but I don't know why I would have 3 composts in my inventory rather than 1. I mean, rather than 2 if I did that. Alright, I guess we did. I guess I just got out an uneven number. Usually I like to keep it like that, at an even number. That way I know that I've done every patch, but you know, I just kind of spam click the leprechaun, so I guess that explains it. Because then if I see that there's 2 composts in my inventory, I'll know, oh shit, I forgot to water that one. So I can just go back and do it as necessary. But there's another 6k farming XP. I'll have to look into it. I think I can plant another tree that's above the papayas. Papaya though does make money. You know, it's kind of very little money, and it's kind of some passive GP, but the papayas themselves do have a little bit of value. Like I think this is 1k, right? Okay, apparently there's 700 each, so that's 4k, and then the sapling itself is 3k. So yeah, you do make a little bit of profit, depending on how much the pineapples are worth. Okay, so you don't really make that much profit, but you basically break even with the papayas, whereas with the other ones, like you'll just go broke. Shit, I forgot my ring of wealth. But yeah, with the other ones, you'll just go broke really fast because they're just so cost inefficient. I also planted a white berry here, which is another little bit of passive income. So it's all about the passive incomes. I need to plant some snape grasses, some snape grass seeds. Although I don't know where you do those at, but I think the snape grass, I believe it's near Alcarid if I'm not mistaken. So I have to look into that because I think cactus spines are actually a decent amount of money. Let me take a look here. Cactus spines. Yeah, 1100 each. I don't know how many you get per seed, but that could just add a little bit of passive income. One thing I guess I should also start doing is buying my daily battle staff. I'm not totally sure how much money you make when you buy the battle staves every day, but I do know it is some profit. I only have the easy diaries done, so my profit is kind of the absolute lowest or the absolute minimalist that I can get from buying those battle staves, but regardless, it's nonetheless some daily profit. So the other thing I should do is throw in a miscellaneous so that I can do my daily kingdom runs or my weekly kingdom runs, but we'll see, man. I just don't want to do that. I'd rather just stick to farming rather than adding miscellaneous runs in there. Although I know the miscellaneous runs would definitely help. And I think you also profit. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've done it, but I'm pretty sure you profit on throwing a miscellaneous. So we'll just finish these out. And then I'll look it up. Let me check if I can plant them first off. Potato cacti. So I think there's a special patch near Alcarid. I don't understand why my head thinks that there is one there, but for some reason, let me just take a look. I can just look right here. There should be one right here. Like a farming patch. Cactus, yeah, right there. I hadn't ever looked at that before, but for some reason I just had this thing in my head telling me that there was an Alcarid patch for the cactus. So I'll have to look up how to plant one. Cactus seed. I think that's what it is. I don't know what seed it is. But regardless, we're doing some quimes now. I don't have any more rainars, so we'll leave it at that. But we'll go ahead. I'll finish out the tree run first off. I have to go to the GE with the Ring of Wealth because that's the quickest way to get to the other tree runs. And once we do that, then we can look up how to plant the cactus. The cacti seeds. Or whatever it is. I don't even know. What do I need? Cacti. Yeah, I'll do the cacti. What do I need for snapegrass? Cacti. Potato cacti. Potato cactus? 838 each. And we need 8 snapegrass. Potato cactus seed. 18 each. Okay. Let's just try this out. See if I can just go plant this now. Potato cactus seed. Let's just go take a look at this. Wait, do I only have one Ring of Wealth now too? Good. I was about to say, man, if I'm out of charges already. I just use so many Rings of Wealth charges because I'm always in and out of the GE. So I always have to make sure I have a decent stock of them everywhere that I go. Let's go ahead and get some potato cacti seeds. Hopefully you get more than one, but is this it? Yeah. So let's plant that. Well, we need some snapegrass, apparently. Now hopefully this is the right spot for this. So we got 32 rainars that trip. No, I didn't want to bank that. Damn, we'll get that out. We'll have to buy some more papaya saplings while I'm here. But I only need 2 of those. And we can bank this stuff. So let's buy some more papaya saplings. Well, let me take a look first if there's any others I can do that's better yet. No, palm trees at level 68 though. So for now, we'll just buy some more papayas. I'm thinking maybe like 10 just to be on the safe side. That should get us to level 68. And then we can do whatever one I just said, the coconut trees. Now that's provided that the coconut trees also provide a decent amount of profit or close to breaking even, because I'm not going to do it if it's just absurdly expensive. You know, the goal with farming is to make passive XP and passive income. So that's why we're also going to go plant these potato cactus. Because, you know, that's just another quick trip to the dueling arena. Make, let's say, 4k coins because, you know. I don't believe we're going to get a level this time around though, are we? No. No, not even close. Next trip around though, just like the white berries right outside my house, those give me about 1300 to 2k every harvest. Not a lot at all, obviously, but it's better than nothing. Whoops. If I cut the tree down, it should automatically just harvest it or dig it up. That's my thought. You know, why should I have to dig it up? Obviously, if you cut the papaya tree down, you want to get rid of it because, like, there's no other reason why you wouldn't cut it down. It doesn't give you any logs or XP. Unless you're a new player and don't know what you're doing, but I just think that they should just let you, if you cut it down, it should just disappear. Although too many people would probably complain about that because then they would say it's easy escape. Devalues my click intensive Ultimate Iron Man account. Or devalues my click-only Ultimate Iron Man account that's locked to the wilderness in level 56 behind a gated door. So, you know, I don't think that kind of stuff will probably... Unless it passes polls, I don't know. I would think the majority of people would want that kind of stuff. I'm always kind of surprised when I hear things like people don't want things to be automated or done without you having to click it every single time. It just gets so repetitive, man. Like that's really like grindy to me. I don't like that kind of thing. Especially when you factor in that certain skills on the game, you have to click. Or like, for example, willow trees. If you win a 99, you have to cut over 100,000 willow trees. You know what I'm saying? That's a crazy grind. Let's see if we can do this cacti seeds. Potato cactus. I don't know how long these things take to grow, but depending on the XP that we get from doing this, it might be worth it. And then we'll go ahead and we will... I hope I don't need any quests or diaries for this, though. That's the only problem that I can see with this. If I need any quests or if I need any diaries, this could be a potential problem. But I think we'll be alright. Oh, hell yeah. Yes. Hell yeah. Perfect. So I'll just have to remember that's there, though, because I'll probably forget. So we start off with 14,604,000. Let's buy our battle stabs. 14,604,000 goes to 618. Not bad, I guess. So we make 14K when we do that. It's really not a lot, but like I said, it's all passive income. That's all that matters. Oh shit. That's so weird if I leave it like that. You guys can't see how my TV looks, being a big TV like that, but man, that looks so weird if I leave it like that. Alright. So let me think of a few things we can do now. I can put this amulet of chemistry on and we can make some prayer potions. That'll be nice. Let's get out the old fashioned, my new fashion scape. Shorts, and I think we're good to go, yeah. Perfect. Alright, let's start making some pots. Good old potions, potionroonies. Rainars. 32. Okay. I guess that'll actually be the end of the stream. I guess I can head out now. That's what I said. I didn't have too much time, so we'll stop the stream now. And I should be able to stream tomorrow. I think I'll be back here tomorrow. We'll see. But if you guys like the video, man, like and subscribe. You know the drill. Appreciate it. Share all my videos online on all social medias that you guys may have. Share it with your mom. Share it with your friends. All the people that you know that might be interested in the video. And we'll see you guys later.